Hey guys, just because it's January doesn't mean that you have to stay cooped up inside until spring comes. Today, we're going to go over the wonderful winter sport of snowshoeing. We're going to go over what exactly the difference is between each type of snowshoe and review 3 different snowshoes in each of those categories. Let's get started. First up, let's go over the different types of snowshoes. All of the different types of snowshoes have their own unique pros and cons, so you really need to take into consideration what exactly it is you need and where you plan on going with it. Chances are, when you think of a snowshoe, you think of the traditional wooden frame. Wooden frame snowshoes have been around for hundreds of years and still stay true to the traditional design of where they were first developed. Some of the pros of wooden frames is that they're quieter. They have good flotation due to the rawhide lacing on the decking. These shoes, however, do require a higher amount of maintenance because they are wood and will scratch up on rocks and ice easier. They also do not include bindings, which are sold separately. Another thing about wooden snowshoes is that they don't have crampons or claws. This means if you're going into steeper terrain, you won't have the traction enough to be able to make it up, and you will fall back. Wooden snowshoes are based off of their length as to where you should go with them. Longer versions are more for open spaces and countryside, versus the shorter ones, like the bear paws, are used for maneuvering around trees and bush. This particular wooden snowshoe is the US Traditional Wooden Snowshoe by Faber. This is also known as an Alaska, cross-country, trail, or pickerel snowshoe. This snowshoe has the heavy-duty lacing on it and comes in 2 different sizes, the 10 by 46, and then this particular model is the 12 by 60. The weight recommendation on this is 150 to 300 pounds, depending on where you're planning on going with it. For example, if you're going on packed snow, you're going to have a higher weight recommendation for it because you won't sink as far, versus if you're trail breaking, the lower weight limit is usually going to be the 150. Let's talk about snowshoes that offer the best of both worlds, hybrid snowshoes. Hybrid snowshoes combine the wooden frame and the high-tech decking to create a nice middle ground snowshoe. These snowshoes are great because hybrid snowshoes include the bindings and you can still have the grips and let's see if I can get it, the claws for traction. This hybrid snowshoe is the Elongated bear paw. This snowshoe has white ash wood frame and a high-density copolymer decking. This shoe has 3 different sizes, 10 by 30, 10 by 36, and 11 by 40. The weight suggestion on it ranges from 100 to 250 pounds. Since it's small stature, you can have it in both open area and is good for going in forest. Last but not least, we have the aluminum frame snowshoes. These snowshoes are great when it comes to steep terrain because of their very aggressive claws on the bottom, but one of the downsides is they're not very quiet, unlike the hybrid and the wooden because of the wooden frame. These snowshoes, however, also do include the bindings on them. They also have more options for deckings as well as crampons and claws. Finding an aluminum snowshoe takes a lot more research than finding a wooden one because of all of the options. This particular model is the Faber Mountain Masters. These come in 4 different sizes, 8 by 24, 8 by 28, 9 by 30, and 10 by 36. This is recommended for steep terrain and high mountains because of the aggressive claws on the bottom for maximum traction. These have a thermoplastic rubber decking and powder-coated tempered steel claws on the bottom. This also has a 360 binding on it with double density plates and a heel elevator. The weight recommendation for these ranges from 70 to 150 pounds. So there you have it, 3 different types of snowshoes followed by 3 different kinds of snowshoes. Hope you guys stay warm out there in the cold. I'm going back inside.